Hi, good evening.
Hi Joe, how you doing? Good day. Good evening. Can you hear
Ah,
me?
yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, are
Have
you
you
from
been before?
Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria.
Where? What part? Where
I'm
do
in
you stay
Lagos.
rather?
Lagos, I'm
Oh,
in Lagos.
okay. You're good.
Are you from
I've been.
Nigeria?
Yeah, I am actually. Currently, like in the southern part in Port Harcourt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I should be in Lagos in 2 months' time, maybe next month. Next month, rather.
Okay, that's cool.
What did you say?
I said, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great. How is it going?
Fine, fine. I don't think I've seen you before on any call.
I think I have actually. I missed one, the last one before this.
You've met me on a call.
Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute, please.
Okay.
Hey Joe, sorry, I was actually in like double meetings at the time.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Hi, Sal. You're good.
Hey, give me just 1 second. You're on my headphones. Let's see. Wait, okay. Can someone speak again so I can see if I can hear?
No,
Hi,
I think
sir.
we're just saying hi.
Okay,
Hi, Sal.
I can hear you now. Hello.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I was just gonna jump in real quick and I should be back, I hope, in about 25 minutes. Gotta catch another call. But yeah, we've pretty much got that OpenSSF blog done to like discuss and see if it's ready to send up for review, but Ajiro can cover that. And with that, I'll be back in like 25 minutes.
Okay. See you.
See you soon.
Okay, Harmony. I think we should just wait a little bit because the previous meeting I joined, or was it the one before that? I'm not sure. We had a conversation about a blog post on the beginner-friendly way to join the OpenSSF communities or whichever working group anyone would like to join. I already have the blog post ready. So whatever my agenda is today is for it to be looked into. What I already dropped, or Sal already dropped a link of it in the Slack channel. I've already got a couple of comments, but maybe the final touches on this call would be fine. and we'll get to know like what's going on, what we are going to do going forward. But let's wait because it's just the both of us here, and I would like a lot of opinions on the blog post. What do you want the link? So I'll send it to you now. You get it.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Please drop the link in the chat box. I will scan through it while we're on the call.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry for my tardiness. Um, how is everyone doing today?
Everyone is fine, I guess. You sound like you've been running.
No, I was not running. But yeah, mornings. I just struggle in the mornings to get myself organized.
Oh,
Um, let's see. So, oh, just opened the wrong file. Um, I think we can do just a quick check-in today. Since there's only a couple of us here, I can give a quick recap of last week's conference and yeah, and then I don't know if either of you have any updates you'd like to share today.
yeah, I have an update.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, so I think you were on a call the last time we talked about the blog post, and I guess it's ready. The link was dropped on the Slack channel. I don't know if you went through it. And I also wanted to like drop it on here so that I would have other couple of takes. Though we had some comments and we rectified some things on the um document, but I could also drop the link here again for you to see and maybe go through it. I don't know if did you go through it before now?
I have not been able to look at it. I'm really sorry.
Oh, that's perfect. That's okay.
Yeah. I think we still have 2 weeks right before we said we were going to send it. So I can let me drop it. Like you said, I'll drop it here in the notes.
That's the link there.
Um, and you're requesting comments right now and feedback from the community. Okay. I'll share the link here as well in the notes. Everyone has this. Thank you for the link. So I think what I'll do is essentially reshare it in the channel. I can do that or you can do that, whichever is easiest. And then when do you and Sal want to have when do you want to say that this is kind of ready for publication? How much time do you want to give yourselves there?
Okay, so for whatever is on the doc right now, I think it is ready for us to like go through the next phase. But again, we are open to comments and reviews on some things just to make it look better. Otherwise, this is what we have for the topic we are going to be discussing, and this is what is left to us. This is what we'll push to the next phase. But the only thing holding it back now is reviews that we want to get. We are honestly waiting for reviews so we can either make adjustments or know if it is perfect for us to push forward.
Okay, because there's what we can do then is essentially give the community a few more days to review.
Okay.
And then the marketing group and the technical advisory council will review it one more time anyway. So it just depends on how many rounds of reviews you want to have.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yes,
I did not get what you said. I guess my network was bad. I didn't get what you said last.
no worries. So what I was saying is, once before publication, each blog post is reviewed by the marketing committee and by the technical advisory council anyway of the OpenSSF.
Okay.
So what I was just saying was it depends on how many rounds of reviews you want to have. If you want to have a community review and the sort of official review, that's totally fine. I know typically the marketing review takes at least a week, and there's a US holiday coming up, so I would expect some delays there because of that. Yeah, that would be so. Yeah, my recommendation would be to maybe send it to the marketing committee sooner rather than later.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's okay. But okay, I would also like a review from you if
Yeah,
because I already sent it to Harmony, so I'm expecting maybe if it's good enough, if not, and also from you. I don't know, since you said you've not gone through it before, it's going to be unrealistic for me to expect that you would give me a review now, but I'll definitely text you. I know the last time I said I was going to text you, but I did not. I'll definitely text you on Slack to like maybe get a feedback from you. How do you think
Okay.
that works?
Yeah, that works great.
Okay.
I'm also in the technical advisory council, so I can review it now or when you send it. But if I review it now, I can already tell them that I already did the review, so then we just get some other feedback. So
Okay.
okay, so I will make a note for myself to review it before to the OpenSSF marketing and okay, that sounds good. And then you said you'll message me about the feedback.
Yeah, I honestly don't want you to rush to go through it. So you could go through it whenever you want. I guess that was the whole idea because Sal sent it to the Slack channel, but maybe not so many hands got to it. But I would send it again, or you could kindly do us a favor to send it again so they'll go through it and then to just get the best ideas possible. So we push it out.
Okay,
I'm actually very
absolutely.
sorry. I didn't get my hand on the document.
I think I have a lot of background noise, Harmony.
Can you hear me? Is it
Yes, now we
perfect
can.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
I said apologies. I didn't get my hands on the document, but now that Ejiro has shared it, I'm going to look through. Would you prefer comment on the document, or would you prefer personal feedback?
Oh, I think comments will be fine. Maybe if you have an explanation to your comment, you feel it's going to be a little bit confusing, you could reach out to me on Slack,
Okay.
but comments are very much okay.
Okay. Hi, Mara. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that question, actually. It's a good point. Um, okay. So, yeah, was there anything else that you wanted to bring up about this, Ajira, or are you good?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Harmony, was there anything you wanted to raise today? Any updates on your end, or okay.
There's no update from my end. Though I missed the last thing you said.
Oh, I was just asking if you had an update, but it sounds like you don't.
No, I
Okay.
don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, no problem. So what I'll do is I can share a little bit about the conference that we had last week. So last week we had the Open Source Summit North America in Denver. There were, I don't even know how many talks. And then OpenSSF Community Day was the last event last Thursday. Yeah, I would say we promoted the Bear Working Group at the OpenSSF booth in the expo hall of the conference. And I don't think we really got much attention. I think some of that may have just been we really didn't actually have any visitors to the booth during that time. I would have to talk with Jasenia about how the second shift went with that. Overall, though, I think the general feedback of the Bear Working Group is still really positive. I had a chance to speak with OpenSSF staff and other members from the advisory council, and they're very happy with the work that we're doing, and they're encouraging us to do more mentorship, to provide more mentorship opportunities and maybe even tutorials and those kinds of things. And so, yeah, I would maybe ask the two of you what I guess what your thoughts are on more tutorials. Is this something that you'd be interested in helping with, put together, those kinds of things?
Oh, sure. I think I would be happy to help with any tutorial as much as I can. I just have to like be put through what I need to do, and I feel I could work with it.
Okay, yeah, this is we have some very early uh plans. So especially one of the tutorials was that we had in mind from the discussion was just how to use GitHub. So like opening your first GitHub PR, or merging your first GitHub PR, that kind of thing. Because something that we've heard is that even using a tool like GitHub, which is very common in open source, can be a barrier for a lot of people. So that was the first one that we had in mind. And the other was kind of a capture the flag type event, which is a little more hands-on, kind of security hacking type work that I think could be fun, and could teach people some important skills as well. So those are some of the ideas that people raised for us. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I just said I just wanted to like confirm what you said. Oh, okay, I got it. And maybe during my whole process of reaching out to you, we could talk more about it.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be really great because I think what would work very well is yeah, just having different community members um, kind of being there to organize the event. Go ahead, Harmony.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is I'm open to like help with the tutorials on regards to GitHub. I've done a thing or two of the past in Chaos, right? Chaos is a Linux project. You probably must have heard the name before. So yeah, but in regards to security stuff, not that technical when it has to do with security, but I could help out where necessary, maybe get the script or help out with maybe presentation and stuff like that.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I'm not volunteering either of you for anything at this moment, but when the time comes, we will reach out to you. Uh, yeah, to start organizing this. That's great. And then the third piece that I think that I would like to start seeing, that I also raised with the OpenSSF staff, is some sort of open source security meetup or community day in uh, I'll say just very generically, I think we tend to cover most continents, but we don't have any events anywhere in Africa at the moment. And I think it'd be great to host something, yeah, somewhere that is close by to where you all are, and that is kind of accessible, um, in Nigeria or Ghana, or yeah, that area. Um, is this something that you both think would be um, helpful and valuable to the tech community where you are? Do these events already exist that we could maybe just sort of help support? Yeah.
I personally think that there are events that talk about security that go on in Nigeria, especially, but I feel at the end of the day, it depends on the goal of whatever the event is trying to like achieve. Because I would say that there are a lot of, for example, design, there are a lot of design events that go on every year in Nigeria, not just one, a couple. And I feel like they aim to reach out to different sets of people with different goals in mind. So if it's something we can incorporate, sure. If we really want to work with other events that are already existing, we can. But again, we could decide to like do something on our own based on the goal we're trying to achieve with it.
I think I mean, my ideal goal would be to have an event that's very similar to the other OpenSSF community days that we already have, with presentations. I guess we would want some sponsorship as well so that there can be, yeah, just some networking with companies. I think that would be my goal. So essentially to allow just different groups of people to come together, exchange knowledge, present their work, yeah, and network. It sounds, I mean, it sounds like based on what you're saying, there are already some security, I guess, oriented events, but they're not necessarily open source focused. Is that
I'm not sure they are open source. I could reach out to ask because I know a couple of persons that organize events like this. I could reach out
okay?
to ask, like, okay, is this open source focused or can you hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, because it's just showing that my network is bad. I could reach out to like confirm if it has anything to do with open source, but if not, then we can do something that is open source related and maybe work with Oscar and other open source communities that are here in Africa because there's
Mm-hmm.
an open source community in Africa that it's hosted every year in Nigeria. And if you want to do something security related, we are definitely going to try to like work with them and bring out something. Well, yeah, I could reach out to confirm if it is something that is open source focused. But if it is not, then that is it will create a need for us to have something to work with or to have an event to host. So it would introduce people to the open source space one and also like open source orientations and all of that. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be really great. If you can reach out to the contacts you already have, because it will hopefully make things a little more I guess smoother to start with if there's already an event that we can just um like add on to and support. So do you know when the next event is going to be? Um,
I would reach out. I would reach out. I cannot hear you. I guess it's my network, but I would reach out to them and I would like get back to you. So I think I'm going to write down what I am reaching out to you for because I think it's become a couple of things together.
okay, thank you. Yeah, maybe I'm also having some network issues. Anyway, yeah, I heard everything you said. So thank you for volunteering to reach out. Um, yeah, that would be great. And then we can just see from there. Um,
Mm, okay, okay, I think I would do that. I would get back to you soon on that. Harmony, do you have anything to say about that? Because Harmony, I spoke to Harmony earlier and he's in Nigeria with me, so I don't know.
awesome.
Clearly, I'm not hearing her clearly, but if you can reiterate, would help. I was not hearing her clearly. I was just missing a bit.
Okay, she was talking about, is there any cybersecurity focused open source events in Nigeria? And while I think there is none, but I know there are also events that are going on. So the only thing I told her was that there could be need to have another separate event depending on the goal we are trying to achieve. But again, I will reach out to the organizers of the previous events that I've known that have been going on about cybersecurity and see if they have anything relating to open source so we can see if we work with them or not.
There's actually no standalone cybersecurity events like they have, or even working groups like Cloud Native, right? That's standalone here in the country. But there are like
Okay.
some cybersecurity mini events, not strictly on open source, but
Yeah,
in
it's not,
security
I don't think it's,
awareness.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think it's even
security
open source at
awareness and
all.
all
I
of
don't think
that.
it's open source at all.
It's not even open source at all. That's the point. It's more or
Well,
less
I just want to
more.
confirm. I would reach out to the planners because I know a couple of them. I will reach out to them and confirm so I would get the exact thing I'm saying.
I think the best bet is collaborating, right? Collaborating with them in their next edition where we'll be able to actually pitch how open source can actually contribute to the ecosystem better.
Okay. Okay. Well, definitely I would reach out and like get back to Masila. Please pronounce your name. I think you pronounced it the last time, but I'm sorry I did not get it.
It's fine. Yeah, Marcella is fine.
Okay.
Um,
Marcella, yeah, all
yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah. No, that would actually be my preference if we can collaborate with an existing event, because they're already going to have an audience and attendees and all of that. Okay.
Currently, there's an open source event, Oscar Fest, that's happening August, right? If there could be a panel or a session dedicated to just cybersecurity, that would also be good to also spread awareness concerning OpenSF. Yeah,
Okay.
because people that will be there is mostly open source enthusiasts, and I'm lucky to be speaking in one of the panels, right? It's happening August in Lagos, so I
Yeah.
think it's also going to be nice. I could reach out to a couple of folks there that are in the organizing team and see if OpenSF can collaborate and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I have representatives that will take a couple of talks or maybe even a panel session, right?
Yeah.
And then it's also going to help in the African space when you have to do with OpenSF, like our stronghold in the African space.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I remember that we could reach out. You could, I don't know, yeah, we could reach out to them to know if we could collaborate with them.
Yeah, I would reach out and then give feedback. But then, Ejiro, please also still reach out to the people you mentioned.
Yeah,
It's not,
I would reach
it's
out
not
to
hard.
Root too. I would reach out to Root because like I tried to reach out to Root directly, so I would like talk to her about this thing. And I'll also reach out to what's his name? One other guy for the other major, I mean, like major security focused events. So what Oscar First does is just really open source, and I think I mentioned it earlier
Yeah,
on. Well, we could reach out to that just to collaborate with them to give some awareness of on OpenSSF, like you said. And we reach out to the persons. Then I'll also reach out to this other guy that organizes the other ones so that for their next event, we can keep ourselves part of them.
that would work. I don't know if we're interested. We are open cybersecurity boot camps, but that's also a good way to also push the agenda. Boot camps.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good idea. Writing this down for forget. Comes- so it looks like the um call for proposals or talks at OSCAFest is closed. But if you know any of the organizers, maybe we can at least have some OpenSSF presence there.
Yeah, I get it. Let me read. Harmony, are you going to reach out to like any of the organizers directly? Because I want to like maybe text Ruth right now.
Yeah, you. Sorry, come again.
So did you hear what Marcella said?
Da.
Huh?
I missed it.
So she's talking about Oscar Fest. So there are closed slots for the speaking engagement for Oscar Fest, where maybe we could speak. And she was asking if we know anybody directly that we could have some certain kind of privileges to just get involved at this point in time. And I'm saying, do you know anybody directly you are going to reach out to? Because I'm trying to reach out to Ruth, and I don't know.
Hello? Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, I will text you. I don't know. I think you're having a network issue, but I'll text you so we talk about it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and feel free to also just message in the general working group Slack as well to see if there are other people who who can contribute. So you're not doing all the work. Also the option, oh, okay, there's already Kubernetes Community Day as well. Yeah, I'm wondering if OpenSSF could at the very least still sponsor something at the event as well.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, no worries. All I was saying was there may be an opportunity for OpenSSF to sponsor OSCAFest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
would, yeah, we'll present all of that to them. We'll get back to you. I'll reach out to Harmony so we talk about it because I think it's having a little bit of network issues because it's in Nigeria. We are all in Nigeria. So I understand the situation a little bit and his environment is a bit noisy. So I'd reach out to him, we'll get contacts for the Oscar Fest about sponsorship and getting a little bit of slot and maybe to just get into the whole space. Then we'll convey back to you.
Great. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm coming. I have personal relationship with like the organizers of Oscar Fest. So it's easier for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easier for me to reach out to either Root. I can reach out to Root even like almost immediately. We even have a call after now. Then I also have with Didion. Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
if you know her, so I could also reach out to her. That's for Oscar Fest. But I don't know the event you're talking about, so that one,
No, it's
that's not
Oscar.
you.
It's Oscar she's talking about. I already texted Ruth, but you could reach out to her again just to add to the fire.
That would work. I'll do that immediately and then see how we could fast track it. Because I know they're
Okay.
already done with closing partners,
Yeah.
but they're still in progress. But yeah, we'll see how we can fast track it and see if we can get like even if it's a panel session, right, to create
Yeah.
awareness and also logo representation across.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got what Harmony was saying. There's some background noises.
Did you hear him? Did you hear Harmony?
Yeah, I think I understood what he said, which is he's about to have a meeting with Ruth and then will also reach out to her and the other organizer whose name I
Yeah.
did not catch. Okay. Yeah. So I think the two of you are in sync.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Sal just joined. Hello. We're talking about OSCA Fest, which is the open source. It's a major open source event in Nigeria this year. It's happening in August. And we're looking to see how OpenSSF can support the event, become involved, have a presence there as well.
Okay, cool. That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. So other than that, I can give you a very quick recap of the other topics we covered already. And so we talked about Yori Najiro's blog post on getting started in the OpenSSF. I have a to-do item to review that before it's sent to OpenSSF marketing. And I gave a quick recap on, I think, things that I took away from the Open Source Summit for this working group around hosting some tutorials, around open source software development, around cybersecurity. Harmony suggested some cybersecurity boot camps. I had mentioned Capture the Flag events, maybe hosting one of those. And also offering more mentorship opportunities. So I did hear from at least one project while I was at the conference that they would like to have some mentees as well and support the working group that way. Yeah. So that's everything we've covered so far. Anything else?
That all sounds good to me. Yeah, if we can get just a couple more notes, I think that blog is like ready to go, but I just want to send it out to the editorial review with a few more like names and reviews on it, even if it's like, oh, this looks good, so that they know it's been read over. And I've also sent it out to the educational SIG, so a few extra eyes have been on it, but no complaints. Um, I do have just one quick question on the mentorship. Are they looking for mentorship opportunities that are specific to projects or specific to working groups? So it would be across projects.
Good question. So the way that we're running the mentorship this summer is that it's project specific. And it was a paid mentorship through the Linux Foundation sort of broader mentorship program. And yeah, I mean, the immediate idea was basically to say, let's open up another mentorship cycle for the fall, essentially, I guess, September to November, something like that. And see if there are other projects that are available there. It is an interesting suggestion to do working group related mentorships. We would have to, I think the process would work very much the same way. We as a working group to say, here are some projects that we would like to host a mentee on. And yeah, we just have to essentially put together a project description and kind of timeline and sort of deliverables that we want. I don't see why we couldn't do that as using the same program. And then we'd also make sure that it's paid.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I would look into it. I think in terms of Linux Foundation funding lines, it's probably going to get a little bit more static than just doing it by specific projects. However, I do think when I tend to introduce long-term contributors, I tend to introduce them by working group first so that they can understand it's within an ecosystem. And then they tend to contribute to like two projects at once that tend to be interconnected. I found that just on a practical level, for the contributions, at least in security, that's a better approach for career orientation. So it would be worth opening up as a discussion. But if you get blowback from that, I would say don't push it too hard and just get paid mentorships for specific projects. But maybe that we can create language and onboarding that allows them to understand working group focus as sort of the leading aspect of a technical roadmap.
Yeah. I'm honestly not too worried about getting at least funding support, because OpenSSF has quite a bit of funds available for working groups to support basically whatever it is that we need support for. So I'm quite confident that if we applied to support, I don't know. I mean, we likely want to say we want to support 5 mentees in the fall. We could probably get the funds for that pretty easily, given that we already did that for the summer. We just have to apply, and then I do already know that for next year, the budget committee, I think it is already going to just provision funds straight out of the budget for mentorships. So I think it'd be really great to actually give this a try, though, to have a working group level mentorship available. At the end of the day, the working groups are also technical initiatives. And I think we can just sort of say, here's, again, here's some potential projects. And yeah, you and I, Sal, can work together as well if this is something you're interested in, to maybe work not just with this working group, but other working groups in the OpenSSF that may want sort of, yeah, that working group level mentorship. I think that's very possible. It'll still be labeled a project on the actual LFX portal, but I think again, it just comes down to the wording that we put there and the description. I know one of the projects that, excuse me, one of the projects that accepted mentees for the summer had several different sort of sub-projects that where the mentor wanted the 3 mentees to sort of work together on all of them. So I think we're already seeing some of this broader mentoring.
Cool. Yeah. And then I will just say yeah, I'm happy, just reach out to me on Slack. I'd be happy to help write that up. But I think in the absence of OpenSSF having a TCA, we can just write that up and be very clear that part of the deliverables for that are absolutely going to be like introduction and onboarding documentation for working groups, which would be a major, major asset to OpenSSF. And I think a great deliverable. So yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Thanks. Go ahead, Adira.
Okay, so I just tried to contact one of them while we were on this call, and I sent a document to the chat. You could check it out. They said their sponsorship deck is there, so you can go through it.
Yeah, I was about to say that Ruth said that you should have seen your text. She sent
Yeah, I
it.
think, yeah. So you could go through it. Can you see it in the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I already downloaded it to my computer. Yeah, I will share this with OpenSSF staff and let them know that this is still open. And I assume OSCAFest is still accepting sponsorship, right?
Yeah, sure. She's confirmed that to me.
Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah, I will do that today. And I don't know if we then also separately want to still ask if there's some sort of opportunity for OpenSSF, or, I mean, I don't know if both of you are already planning to go to OSCAFest anyway. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think it'd be great to put together a panel like you both said.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Harmony,
okay.
please.
So personally,
Go on.
I have a panel session already in our Fest for August. So not out to project, but the panel session already has to do with AI. I think we can explore panels actually, right? The panel section where we talk about security as well as how people can get involved in cyberspace using through OpenSSF, right? So I think a panel session works better. I intend to be there by August, like I mentioned.
Okay. Can I? Okay. So I also wanted to say something. We could try to, because I confirmed if we could still get a speaking slot, which she said, yeah, it's something that can work. And the panel session is not also bad. So I don't know, maybe we could get both if we try to figure it out. I don't know, but I feel it's possible. How many, what do you think? How many?
Yeah. So I know that their speaking request call for proposals is up, and they have already sent out a list of people that are speaking. But as
No,
long as we are,
you said it's possible.
yeah, it's possible. So I'm saying like, yeah, it's basically possible to like jump in, but I also think we could explore better as long as we're getting involved, especially through sponsorship,
Yeah,
logos,
yeah, sure.
representation, maybe swags as well, and maybe education, on-site education about little things, right?
Okay.
Can also move forward. Maybe a pamphlet can be shared together with swags where necessary, or maybe if we can get even a booth at Oscar, it's also going to expand our reach and awareness beyond just the panel session.
So I think that we could like you said, we can explore more than one option. So while a panel session is definitely going to work, having swag, I feel most of these things can work together. I don't know what you
Yes,
think. Yeah,
yeah, it
most of
does.
them can work together. It just depends on what we want to work and how we want them to work. So if we can get a speaking slot, if we can get to work with a panel session and also have swags to give out, because if somebody speaks and the person is known that, oh, this person is part of the OpenSSF, definitely this person will be met for swags and all those stuffs like that. And that would bring the interest of people aside the panel session. I don't know if you get that, but I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just checking the sponsorship slides that you shared. It seems with even the most like the lowest sponsorship tier, there's already a booth. Where did I see this? It would give OpenSSF already access to the where did I see this? Sorry. Maybe it's on the website. Yes. Already give us access to the exhibition space. That's what I was trying to see. Yeah, and that would be so there the booth is covered. I think okay, at silver level is where we would get a 20-minute conference session. So we can see if we can do something at that level. Okay. Yeah, great. And then I know OpenSSF has a lot of swag. So even getting 2 to 4 complimentary conference tickets would be fantastic. And so yeah, like I said, I'll reach out to OpenSSF staff about this.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much for for everything. Yeah, you can even start a joint thread with both of you, Harmony and Ijiro, and either I think Stacy's actually sick. She caught some sort of I'm not exactly sure what she got sick with at the conference, but she had to leave early, unfortunately. But I can reach out to other staff members. Please go ahead.
So I wanted to add that, right? We could always reach out to the organizers, right, and see what would be possible if what we have, if there's like a budget to it, like customize things. Let's say we wouldn't want like a 20 minutes conference talk, we want a panel session instead, and then hear their own options, right? And so I think while there's a deck, right, it might not be straightforward. We could say, well, we could like put in stuff and see how we could maximize on a relationship level and a partnership level.
Yeah, um, I, my understanding of the 20-minute slot is it's really just it's a conference session. We can shape that however we want, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. So yeah, I appreciate that you've both already given the conference organizers a heads up about this. So yeah, we do already have a couple of kind of panel sessions that we've presented at other conferences before. One that we've been wanting to present that either was not accepted or the submission didn't go through is on mentorship in open source. So I don't know if this is a topic that you care about to present to this audience, or yeah, if there are other topics that you think would be more interesting.
Is this something we have to like talk about now, or like Harmony and I could like maybe talk about it and see what works best for the people around us and see how we can try to create a topic that suits them if we're going to go with a panel session?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely don't need to decide now. I was just saying that that's
I
what
think
we
Sal wanted to say
already have.
something. I think Sal wanted to say something too.
Oh, I just threw it in the thing, just saying if you can get a talk and a panel, I just recommend asking the organizers to put the talk first and the panel second, and pointing to the panel in the talk tends to get you your highest audience attendance.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's actually very
Yeah.
good.
So if there's I think we should be pushing for trying to get a talk and a panel session together so we could like apply what Sal said.
Okay. Yeah, and no, your suggestion to between the both of you to decide what topics you think would be most interesting. Absolutely. That would be best. So, okay. The last few minutes that we have. I'll write down that Zero and Harmony.
Harmony wants to say something.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm not seeing the hand.
So I wanted to ask if there's like a document that comprises of the presentation that happened done in the past, so we could also go through it, right? And also, I also know that the goal is to spread more awareness, right? Especially on OpenSSF, right? So we need to see. So instead of like coming up from something afresh, we could always redo a session, especially to maximize awareness, right? So if there's a document or a link that we could, me and Ijiro can just go through while we're trying to flesh out stuff, so it makes it easier. I
Okay.
don't know, what do you think, Ijiro?
I feel like, sorry, can you pause me? I don't know where you are. That place is kind of. But
Okay.
I feel like I get what you mean. So if they have something, maybe like a template that they work with, so they can like send to us, and we try to shape that template into something that works better for our environment. I think that's what harmony means, and I feel that's a very great suggestion. Right? Thumbs up if I'm saying your mind harmony, please. I
I
don't
know
know.
I know we
Um,
have past abstracts. I'm not sure if we have complete talks put together, but I'm happy to help with that. I also think that if we are going to have an intro to OpenSSF at all, that blog that we just wrote up could be decomposed and made into a like great overview. So we'll definitely help to put those together. Plus we'd probably, I mean, if there is one that exists, it hasn't been updated for at least a year, so we're probably gonna have to make new slides anyway.
okay. Okay, I don't think harmony meant something about like a whole talk, but maybe a template of whatever we want done generally. I will pick something that just works for us. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, we actually haven't given too many talks. What we've done is panels in the past. So
Okay.
I can share the uh abstracts that we do have for that.
Okay.
I will also say that I mean I'll let you decide. But I like you said, the panels that we've given have been very much for a North American audience. And so just keep that in mind when I share those. Um, okay. I want to be mindful of everyone's time. Um, so I will share those talk abstracts with you, Ajira and Harmony, so you can take a look. I really like Sal's suggestion of essentially using the blog post that you just wrote up as the panel abstract, or some version of that. I think that would be great. And yeah. So just to confirm, Ajira, you and Harmony will be reaching out, or I guess you have already reached out, but you'll continue the conversation with the organizers at OSCAFest. And
Yeah.
then my to-do item is to send information.
Marcella, can you hear me?
Yeah,
So I think the next steps would wait for your feedback while we prepare for a talk and a panel, right? Wait for your feedback and then we'll see how we could maximize on whatever feedback that you bring back, right? Maximize on with the organizers. See what we can get as much as possible and then share it with
okay.
Sure.
What sort of
Yeah.
feedback are you looking for exactly? Is it just, is OpenSSF available um to sponsor, to support the event?
Yeah, I think supporting the event as well, either to
Okay.
sponsor or support. So while we're trying to maximize on what we can do or what they can give us, right? Either it's a booth session, also a talk area to also spread awareness. We would be saying, okay, this is what we're supporting with, or this is how we want to sponsor, and we want to get best of it, right? And then we'll make a proposition.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will handle that first. And then let you know, yeah, let both of you know what the response is there. So yeah, I should have an answer for you, hopefully, uh, yeah, no later than next week is my hope. All right. Yeah, we'll be in touch. Thank you both so much for all the input that you've shared, and um for yeah, for creating these connections between the two communities. Um, okay, I do need to drop off for a meeting as well.
How
I
many?
will,
I'll be reaching out to you.
I'll be,
Oh,
ex- I'll be expecting. Thank you.
thank you all.
Thanks, Marcella. Yeah, I'm getting used to
We'll
it,
be in
man.
touch.
Thank you.